The NWA is about to embark on a new television deal with Comet TV. All the action gets underway tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern, and another episode tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. And you guessed it, we'll be tuning in, we'll be watching, and we'll be reviewing. But before we get to all that, we got all the fun of NWA Power that aired this past Tuesday on the final episode of Roku. And well, what an episode did we have? It all started with Wrecking Ball Legursky going one on one with Doctor Vik in a number one contenders match. The winner of that will go through to the main event of the evening to take on the Frillbilly Silas Mason for the £10 of gold. And well, Doctor Vik trying to win the love of La Princesa Tiffany Nieves, and he had a daunting task with our good buddy Wrecking Ball Legursky. And he tried to do his karate. He was trying to chop Wrecking Ball. He tried to bite Wrecking Ball. The ultimate thing that he couldn't do was really hurt Wrecking Ball because he was getting beaten from pillar to post in this match was our good buddy Dr. Vik. Sam Starr and Greta at ringside, of course, the giant Greta. Uh, I wouldn't say jeering him on or cheering him on, maybe giving him some unsound advice, and the action spilled to the outside as it normally does. He did get a hip attack as well, did old Wrecking Ball. I felt though that on so many occasions during this match, all Wrecking Ball had to do was pin him, and he would have won the contest. That was my impression. The longer the match went on, you could argue it went on maybe a little bit too long, really, considering what else was on this card. But the longer it went on, the more I thought Wrecking Ball, if you don't get the pin in a minute, something's going to happen. And you may cost yourself a shot at the £10 of gold at the Frill Belly in the main event. And you know what? It's exactly what happened because as the action moved on to the outside and he done another hip attack against the apron onto him. This time, when he done the last, when he tried to do one other one, and he got like this full steam ahead momentum into this next splash, Doctor Vik moved out of the way, and Wrecking Ball Legursky went face first into the post on the outside. Doctor Vik rolls in the ring at 9, and Wrecking Ball Legursky gets counted out. Yes, counted out of the match, which means Dr. Vik wins it. And not only that, gets a chance at immortality in the main event to get an opportunity to face the Frill Billy Silas Mason. Tiffany Nieves come out, started to clap a little bit surprisingly. Um, and he went for the hug on Tiffany. Didn't get it back, of course. I still think Dr. Vik is wasting his precious time here, but he really does have a soft spot for our Tiff. I'm not surprised, but still got a lot of work to do in the main event, my friend. You got a lot to do, really, in this. You got to beat the Frill Billy Silas Mason in the main event for the £10 of gold. But before we get to that, if we go to an advert, and when we get back off the break, Tiffany Nieves and Dr. Vik are backstage, and she's trying to get him to believe in himself. And she's cuts a promo with the "Get It, Got It, Bueno," and how she believes in herself, and how it all comes across to make a believer out of everyone. She's telling him to breathe. She's like, right now, say my name's Dr. Vik, and he tries it. But he's interrupted by the Frill Billy Silas Mason himself. And he's like, you got to try and get people to buy into this. This is the main event here. Let me do it. And he cuts a promo and a half. It was serious, Frill Billy. He was shouting, making this match look about 10 times bigger and 10 times better than what it should be on paper. As you can imagine, the Thrill Billy does so well in this, and he certainly showed Doctor Vik how to cut a promo, or promo and a half, shall we say, from the Thrill Billy, one of the best talkers in the NWA, if not wrestling, full stop. Fantastic from Thrill Billy promoting the main event of the evening. In from there, we got a Crockett Cup tune-up for the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson, Doc Gallows in there against Sammy C and VHS, the Rewind Society, who we haven't seen on NWA in a while. It really was an exhibition match for the Good Brothers. VHS and Sammy C dancing. Couldn't quite knock the big man off his feet though, as Luke Gallows kicked off the match with Sammy C, and he was telling Sammy C, "Go on, run into the ropes, run into those ropes." Every time he ran into those ropes, he just got hit by a brick wall, which was Luke Gallows, and even the clotheslines were hurting Sammy C more than they were hurting Luke Gallows, that's for sure. He did make the tag to VHS as well, and the same story and the same fate felt VHS. And it's great to see the Good Brothers in the NWA. I will say Carl Anderson did get tagged in. They hit their usual moves in this as well. They hit that sort of reverse 3D, and of course the Magic Killer for the one, the two, the three. And it was a little warm up for the Good Brothers ahead of Crockett Cup season, or ahead of the Crockett Cup quarterfinals, which will, I think, start tonight on Comet TV at 10 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you are watching that. 10 p.m. Eastern is roughly 3 a.m. UK, 11, 12, 1, 2, yeah, 3 a.m. UK time. So get that in there, watch it. And then obviously tomorrow night at 9 p.m. UK time, a little bit more accessible for us over here, and 4 p.m. Eastern, we have in another episode of NWA Power. So be sure to check that out. Comet TV, everybody. This episode actually aired as well on the NWA's YouTube channel, which was great to see, which was nice. It was, goes back to the old days when me and Fee used to have no problem watching NWA Power. Obviously, Fee, we didn't actually get to watch it on Roku actually this week. This is Friday. I'm literally recording it on Friday. Obviously, Fee has commitments on a Friday, ring announce over in Scotland, and getting ready to embark on a tour as well. So yes, good luck to her. And announcement. Sorry, just as well, before I carry on, before I carry on with the NWA, the Inside the Ropes tours are lining up for September. They have Mr. Arse, Billy Gunn, Scissor Me Daddy Arse will be coming over in September, as will the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Tickets are on sale at insidetheropes.co.uk. Make sure you go and get those. I'm going to be at the Mr. Billy Gunn's one. I'm hoping to get to Kurt Angle's one as well. I do have a birthday coming up next month. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Anyway, back from that into a face to face. This time with the Country Gentlemen and the Colognes, the two teams that will meet in the Crockett Cup. And this promo felt really awkward. I don't know if I think it was Carlos. I'm not sure which, if it was Primo or Epico. Sorry. Um, I think they may have forgot their lines. It felt like it was very stumbly, shall we say, from the Colognes and the Kazanas. You know, it was Joe Kazana doing all the work as he normally does. And the one thing funny that they did say was that the Kazanas got eliminated so early from the competition last year that they forgot they were in it, which I did find quite funny. Obviously, Joe Kazana or the Country Gentleman didn't find it very funny, that's for sure. And they kept on, and he called Puerto Rico Puerto Stinko, did Joe Kazana, really endearing himself to the Puerto Ricans, as you can imagine in there. And it looked like they were going to hit Joe Kazana as well during this, because they said they got no problem doing it. Of course, the Colognes, but Carl Davis was like, let it go, wait until the Crockett Cup. 40 years, the Crockett Cup this year as well. Yeah, it wasn't a good promo. I would have to say it was probably, as I said, they were stumbling through most of this. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if the clones are used to cutting promos or not, but it wasn't great, let me tell you. You know, I have to work on that. And there's me saying work on it. I'm not even in wrestling, but geez, that was that was a bit of a tough watch, shall we say. Now, what isn't a tough watch, of course, is Tiffany Nieves, who's back on our screens again. And she's talking about next week, or shall we say tonight, on NWA Power. She will be defending her television title against Giselle Shaw, which is going to be a very interesting match. I am really looking forward to that match this week. I think, or tonight even, tomorrow our time, of course, in the UK. But that should be a hell of a contest. Tiffany Nieves, Giselle Shaw. I am all for that this week. I think there's going to be a great one to kick off the Comet TV revolution on NWA Power. It's going to be a great, great contest. That is for certain. The Immortals were next, the Crockett Cup holders from 2025, and they are defending the Crockett Cup. And I love the words that they used at the end here. They are prey to none, friends to some, predators to all. Oh, love that. That now that could be a shirt. I think that they might have to get that done. Dillman may have to get his shirt printing skills up. Immortals, prey to none, friends to some, predators to all. Love that. Absolutely love that from the Immortals. And they will, of course, be defending the Crockett Cup against the winners of the buy-in being the 16th seed, which will, of course, happen. May even happen tonight on Comet. Who knows? Best to get there and get watching the show this evening. I'm gonna be, I said, I'm really looking forward to watching it um, this week, and of course tomorrow night with another new episode. 3 episodes of Power in a week, guys. We are spoiled for choice here on the Hitting the Turnbuckle. That is without question. Which basically means, with any luck, I will be able to bring you that review tomorrow of tonight's episode and probably Monday. I'd have to see with Fiona to see if she manages to watch any of the episodes, but if then perhaps Monday with the episode from the weekend. How lucky are all of you? Anyway, high stakes women's tag team match now. Hollywood, Haley J, and Serena Val taking on the Page sisters. Now, the stipulation was if either Hollywood or Serena Val pins one of the Page sisters, the lady that gets the pinfall will be the number one contender for Natalia Markova and will go to the Crockett Cup to face her for that women's championship. However, should Kenzie or Kylie win, Serena and Haley J, I don't think we'll ever get the title shot. I think that's where we're going on this. And there is so much animosity between these two teams. We did even get the bell for about 3 minutes. They were brawling everywhere around the power station on this. They do not like each other. It is safe to say that. And yeah, it was all over the place with this. And finally, the action starts. Now, I don't know if there was a bit of an issue with a suplex. So Kenzie and Kylie went to suplex Serena Val. I'm not sure what happened. If it was meant, if it was meant to happen, it was miscommunication. The landing was nasty. Serena was holding her neck for a period of time, but she did fine. She got through the match, which is the good thing. There was some great action in this. These four women. I mean, we know about the Page sisters. Hollywood Haley J is one of the best unsigned talents around. And Serena Vale is definitely one to look out for. I'm telling you, she's like a vampire gimmick-ish, kind of, I don't know, sort of, whatever you want to call it. But she has got something in this, and I really like Serena Vale as well. And there was a lot of good action in this. There was a lot of bits where Hey J hit a great double knee move in this and couldn't get the tag for a long period of time. She ended up doing the double knees and then getting up and like slapping Kylie Page on the ring apron, which brought her in, which stopped the tag from happening. Very, very good stuff in this. And there was a great flatliner DDT combo. I think Kylie Page done that a bit later on in there as well. They did go for the LOD cutter, which is, where they have them on the shoulders, and I think Kylie was going to come, Kenzie would come off and do a jumping cutter, but Haley crotched the knee of Kylie, and then her and Kenzie were fighting big dive on the outside on this as well, and then Kylie hit a nice Hurricane Rana. However, it was Serena Vale, who you can call it Sister Abigail, but she calls it the bloodbath on Kylie Page for the one, the two, the three, and it got the pinfall, which means Serena Vale is number one contender to Natalia Markova and will go to Forney, Texas. We're horny and Forney, as Silas Mason would say, for the opportunity at the Burke. Haley J was celebrating the win, but surely you'd be like, hold on a minute, I've just lost my chance at going against Markova. I'm not quite sure if she understood the rules of it or what, but she was celebrating the win, but she didn't do the high five with Serena Vale at the end. Can Serena Vale, though, upset the odds at the Crockett Cup and beat Natalia Markova for the Burke? We will have to wait and see. I think we're starting a Crockett Cup this week. I hope we are anyway. So we're probably a couple of weeks down the line. We will get that opportunity to see it. And Markova had some words for Serena Val after some congratulations, and she can't wait for winning it. But if you want to beat the best, you got to beat the best. And she's going to find out why they call Natalia Markova the Crush. Interesting. We will find out if Serena Val is successful as the weeks progress on the Crockett Cup on NWA now on Comet TV. I've mentioned that a lot so far in these 15 minutes that we've been on air, but it's true. Comet TV, guys, check your local listings, but it is going to be 10 p.m. Eastern tonight, 4 p.m. Eastern on a Saturday. That's 3 Central and 9 Central this evening. Make sure that you check it over here in the UK. It's 3 a.m. UK time tonight, 9 p.m. tomorrow night for a new episode of NWA Power. Now, we now go to the Shanghai Stick Lethal Ladder match. I think I've said that all correctly. I'm sure they'll correct me if I am wrong. This was Daisy Kill against Eric Smalls, who we all know Daisy Kill's revenge tour or whatever it was really didn't get going. Eric Smalls has been a thorn in the side of quite a lot of people in his time, Knox and Murdoch being one of them as well. I have to say, I do like Daisy's music. There's no like lyrics. It's just a guitar, electric guitar. It's really cool. I think it's great. Um, so the rules of this, you have to climb a ladder to get the stick, but you don't win the match. You win the match with the one, two, three. Bit of a strange one, but it's the first ever, to the surprise of absolutely nobody. And this is what you viewers on Comet will get tonight. Things like that happening on your TV screen. This was nuts. This was just crazy. Smalls missed a Bronco Buster early on in this contest. He hit the bottom rope with his butt. Um, it's just the action spills onto the outside. He goes into the steel steps. Eric Smalls then disappears, and a stick appears under the ring. Daisy Kill goes to grab it. It goes between his legs. The stick goes up to his groin, smacks him in the balls. Smalls is then kind of lifting him, so he's just Daisy Kill may not be able to have kids anytime soon. Put it that way. And then Daisy tries to whack him with the stick. He misses, it hits the post. Although I think Daisy was aiming a little bit too high, considering Smalls is very small, hence the name. Um, it was just nuts. It really was crazy. But eventually, as Eric Smalls, he climbs the ladder. He gets the stick on top of the ladder, but as he does and turns around, Daisy Kill punches him right in the balls because at that point, when he's that high, the balls are in play. Bosh, out it goes. And he then pins Eric Smalls with his feet on the ropes for no disqualification in this, of course, for the one, the two, the three, and Eric Smalls with no Eric Smalls and Daisy Kill wins the match, and then he absolutely ferociously beat him with that stick on this. But a lot of fun that one. And nice to see a win. Daisy Kill pick up the dub this week on NWA Power. But it is main event time as Doctor Vik tries to upset the odds and win the World Heavyweight Championship, the £10 of gold from the Frill Billy Silas Mason. Bit of a karate standoff in this, both men with a martial arts background, and Frill Billy going to go for the old Karate Kid move at the end there. We may have known as the kangaroo kick, I think, if you're a fan of AEW. Um, Sam Stark, Greta, of course, at ringside. Frill Billy spending maybe a little bit too much time. In the UK, we call it chatting up. Sam Stark, giving her a little kiss on the hand as well. And he said it was a time for a bit of malpractice as he pulled Dr. Vic's shirt over his head, chopped him in the stomach. That he then Dr. Vic was kind of on all fours over Silas's knee. Silas slapped his ass. He may have wished he was doing that to Sam Starr. I don't know. Threw him with the beard. Yes, he grabbed Dr. Vic by his beard and luzzed him over the course of the ring as well. However, Dr. Vic, as obviously Silas Mason is again distracted by Sam Starr, perhaps we could call it. Dr. Vic jumps on the back of Frillbilly with a belt and starts to choke him in a sleeper. The referee may have seen it, but was letting it go at this point. And once the Frillbilly manages to throw him off, the bad news for Dr. Vic was you enraged the Frillbilly Silas Mason. Probably something that you shouldn't have done, to be quite honest, because what he did do um, after that, or after trying to go for the super kick, is he got caught in the thrill ride, folks. He got hit with the thrill ride. It was the one, it was the two, it was the three, and Thrill Billy Silas Mason retains the World Heavyweight Championship, probably to the surprise of absolutely nobody. But Thrill Billy Silas Mason did indeed retain. Then he gets the microphone, and Thrill Billy with a live mic is pretty dangerous to say the least. And what he did do on here was basically say that Brian Idol's been gifted opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and basically Billy is spending too much time pissing away great talent like he pisses away money. And he will tell you one thing, that at the Crockett Cup in Forney, Texas, Brian Idol will die. And that was an enraged Frill, but that wasn't calm Frill. That was enraged Frill, to say the least. But that was NWA Power this week. But tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central on Comet TV, 3 a.m. UK time. Um, there is your match. There it is. NWA Power. Watch it. And then tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. UK, it will be another new episode on Comet as we kick off the Crockett Cup on NWA Power. You can follow us at HTT Buckle everywhere. And maybe tomorrow, if I get around to watching it, I'll be able to give you the next review of NWA Power. But until then, everybody, have a good weekend. Enjoy the sun if you've got it. Buckle down, stay safe, and goodbye.